Turnips or shalgam are very similar to radishes, both in terms of looks and how they grow. So, here is how you can go about growing this plant, which is super easy to start at home. Turnips are cool season vegetables. You can also grow them in spring. So that means they grow between 15 to 25 degrees Celsius of temperature. You can start turnip from seeds. I have some seeds here, and then to germinate them, either you can use a tissue paper or you can directly plant them in soil. Today here I am going to show you the seedling tray method where I use soil to start these seeds. So what we are going to do is that we will take a bunch of seeds. It actually germinates very easily. I have seen with turnip the germination rate is quite good, and we place 1 to 2 seeds per cavity. And I'm going to put the rest of the seeds back. Now depending on what is your requirement, you don't have to start all the seeds that come in a packet. In a packet you get about 50 to 100 seeds. If you are a pro at gardening, of course you can grow the entire seedling tray like I had done here for spinach. But if you are just starting out, or if you don't have a lot of space, in that case, like I don't have a lot of space, so I'm just starting probably about 7 to 8. We just press them in soil. Here in fact I have just coco peat for starting the seeds. Just hide them so that you don't see it. That means it's about a centimeter deep. Add water. For this video's purpose, I got some seeds germinated here in these teacups. The idea is the same. You can use seedling trays or you could use any other kind of a cavity or a small container. I also started some in these terracotta pots. They have drainage hole. Whatever you may choose to grow these seeds, remember there should be an outlet for the water to come out from the base. I'm going to pull these out, and once you pull them out, we will put these in soil in a bigger pot. Now when we talk about the care of turnip, it thrives in 15 to 25 degrees Celsius. It requires direct sunlight, which should be about 5 to 6 hours of direct sun falling on it. You can also grow turnip in shade. Soil should be well draining, meaning the water should move out very quickly because it is a root based plant. You don't have to add a lot of fertilizer. When you're growing plants like radishes or turnip that are root based, you eat the root. In that case, you don't have to add a lot of fertilizer, otherwise the leaves will grow beautifully, but the plant that you're interested in will not grow that well. Turnip needs about 1 inch of watering once in a week. You don't have to add a lot of water. So most plants I follow is that when the soil dries you add water, but here you don't have to do that. Keeping the soil on the drier side will be better. Bolting is something that happens a lot in turnip. What that means is that they will start blooming or flowering at a younger stage than they're expected to. And for that not to happen, keep an eye on right watering and right sunlight. This can also happen when the soil runs out of nutrients. So in that case, make sure that when you're preparing the soil to start turnip, it should have some compost. So I use equal amount of compost, coco peat and regular soil. After that, I don't add any fertilizer. In growing turnip, some problems that you might face with this vegetable is that this plant is prone to root-based infections. So there could be spots, sometimes the leaves would be affected by aphids. Now that could be reduced by crop rotation. So don't grow the same plant every season in the same pot. Rotate, grow some other plant in that pot. That we have seen that heavily reduces the infection rate of any kind of fungi or insects. And secondly, keep the plants in such a space that there is good air circulation. That will reduce the occurrence of beetles that sometimes affect your harvest. And you could also use some sort of a cover on the top of the plant to protect the leaves. Now this is the fun part. Turnips will be ready to be harvested or to be removed out of the pot from in about 50 to 70 days, and they taste best when they're young and small. Don't let them mature too much, you will not get the best taste in that case. Remember to also wash them properly. A lot of times soil based E. coli could be heavily infected in your plant, so it is a good practice that you wash them properly, and then you can store them in the refrigerator, and I think they can be used for a bunch of months. You don't have to consume them right away. Turnips have incredible health benefits too. They are rich in phosphorus, vitamin C, magnesium and calcium. So turnip is the perfect plant you can grow at home. I know a lot of people prefer it in their salad as well, and if you haven't tried it, you must try it. Maybe your neighbors would also love some free homegrown turnips. So do give them a try. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Take care.